on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. Snyder. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Gun.
On 1st and 10, Snyder. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Here's Ajayi, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
No, check.
To throw on 2nd down. Snyder. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the gun on 3rd down. Snyder. And Davis has it over the middle. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snyder. And that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Here we go now.
From the gun, Snyder. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 62 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called roast stem right or roast stem left, depending on the formation, 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
That one goes for 24 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 1st down, Snyder. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Demarcus Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Snyder. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Throwing on third and long. Snyder. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now a first down throw. Goff drops it underneath to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the gun, here's Goff. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Off play action. Here's Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Snyder escaping the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. This is a giant. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Snyder eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And there was absolutely 0 pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They run with Ajayi. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, rolling the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays, not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Gun!
to throw. Snyder. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kiki QT, 59 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
76. Shell. 12.
To throw on second down is gone. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He's going to get it running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A run, it's Clement, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
66.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
12. Go, slide. 20.
On second down, here's Goff. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Louis. Switch.
Play action. It's gone. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. The give is to Elliott. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
76.
On second down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Green 39.
Off the play fake. Snyder. Ertz has it left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Snyder. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Snyder throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Snyder. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Snyder. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. The final shot before break here. Goff. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Odell Beckham as time expires in the first half. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Tyreek Hill on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. David Irving coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
DC.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second. Second down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Let's take it on the 25. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down.
Jay's going to go. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Snyder. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Operating from the gun. Snyder. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st down, gone. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
On 1st and 10, Snyder throwing one incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Snyder flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Fletcher Cox getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll give to Elliott. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Goff now on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Snyder stepping up. He's going to keep it, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing on first down, Snyder. Pass incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Snyder. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And down he'll go at the 25. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Eagles on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Off play action. Snyder. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Returnable here from the 38. Hill shedding the tackle. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught right side by Daniels. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Out of the gun. Gone. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill, 39 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
The Eagles on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. 10th carry now for Elliott. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for gone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On the carry, here's Clement. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down. Snyder. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Off the play fake. Snyder. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Back to throw. Snyder. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Trevor Davis, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A dump off to Elliott. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Whoa! What? Wait, 20.
Goff now to throw. Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now come the Eagles. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snyder. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Snyder. And that is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Goff on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Detroit!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
To throw on 2nd down. Snyder. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Snyder. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Time for a break. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Taken in at the 22. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Go. Like 20. Go. Two.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Five. Here goes it. 180. Starting left here.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Barnett in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.